Yankees get it right with Aroldis Chapman as Brian Cashman gets okay from Hal Steinbrenner to deal closer. Perhaps Brian Cashman sensed this was no way for the Yankees to play baseball in July, with every game feeling like an all-in poker hand, every win or loss a referendum on whether to sell at the trade deadline. In that case, the gram is right. The all-consuming speculation was creating desperation and anxiety that were doing more harm than good for the ball club, as evidenced by Saturday's 2-1 loss in 12 innings to the Giants. In the end, it felt like a dagger of a loss for players hoping to avoid a sell-off, especially after Joe Girardi had wrung every last drop of pitching out of his three-headed bullpen monster, assuring that none of them will be available to pitch in the finale of this ballyhooed homestand on Sunday. And perhaps it was that type of loss, as Fox Sports' Ken Rosenthal reported Saturday night, that the Yankees are now telling other clubs they are moving forward with their plans to trade Aroldis Chapman while looking to keep Andrew Miller. In fact, though, the source close to the situation not only confirmed that report Saturday night but said the organization had come to a decision on Chapman before the Giants series began on Friday, after Hal Steinbrenner flew to New York from Tampa at midweek and discussed the situation in person with Cashman. The source said the loss to the Orioles on Thursday, when the Yankees had a chance to pull off a four-game sweep, pushed Steinbrenner toward agreeing with Cashman on trading Chapman, which in itself wouldn't necessarily have to be construed as telling the fans they were giving up. Indeed, with Miller and Dellin Betances still in pinstripes, the bullpen remains the strength for this team. And as Cashman told Steinbrenner, according to the source, he knows trading Chapman will bring back a high-level prospect, and perhaps more than one, that could pay big dividends in the years to come, based on the conversations he's had with other teams. It's the right thing to do, as I've been writing for weeks, in particular because so many contenders feel Chapman could play a huge role in helping them win a championship in October, thus creating a major bidding war. There is still a chance, the source said, that the Yankees could trade other pieces as well, if the ball club unravels over the next week or so, but its recent uptick in play makes that less likely. In any case, Cashman is expected to move fairly quickly now to trade Chapman, hoping that will quiet some of the will they or won't they noise that surrounds the ball club. Certainly Saturday's game was a sign that it seemed to be weighing on everyone involved. To stay in this all-in poker hand, in fact, Girardi essentially emptied his pockets and threw his Rolex into the pot as well, pushing Chapman for 2 innings on Saturday and a total of 53 pitches in less than 24 hours, as well as using Miller and Dellin Betances, who the manager wanted to rest. Because all three had also pitched Friday, that meant the lightning trio of flamethrowers would be unavailable for the final game of this homestand on Sunday. So by the 11th inning, when the score was still tied 1-1, this game felt all the more crucial. In addition, the Giants, the team that has built a reputation with 3 championships since 2010 for smart, fundamental play and clutch hitting, had spent most of 2 games in the Bronx playing as if they'd enjoyed a little too much Manhattan nightlife during their visit. There were errors and bad base running, the Giants looking like they were in a fog, having already lost 6 straight games since the All-Star break. Yet the Yankees still lost, for only the second time all season, against 19 wins when they used all 3 of their top relievers. It was a killer loss that prompted Girardi, as he did last weekend, to call Sunday's game hugely important. Sure, he's desperate, and that seems to be driving his decisions. Whether it was pushing Chapman as he did on Saturday, or finally using Betances in the 11th inning, or deciding to sacrifice Bunn in the 10th inning, knowing it would take the bat out of the hands of his best hitter, Carlos Beltran. Jacoby Ellsbury's bunt did get Aaron Hicks to third base with 1 out, and Girardi was willing to do that, knowing Beltran would be walked intentionally, to try and get the sacrifice fly from Brian McCann. "It's a tough call," Girardi said, "but you want to make sure you have that opportunity. All you need is a fly ball." McCann delivered a fly ball, just not nearly deep enough to left field, as he was perhaps a bit anxious and swinging at a first-pitch fastball up and away. Anxiety, desperation, it's no way to play baseball in July. Perhaps that's why Yankees have made their decision on Chapman.